Don't we just talk about whatever comes up?
Hello!
Oh my gosh, we're back again.
Thanks for all your comments and all your suggestions down here at the bottom. We'll send you a link, maybe a sausage link or something.
Grandpa's a YouTuber. He's figuring this out. Oh, so we were watching soccer before we came out here. We got what?
We have one fan, so thank you, Grandma.
No, ours are private, so nobody can see them, but
Oh,
who
yeah.
we let see them.
Yeah.
Woo, it's warm out here today. We got the reflection from the table coming back. I'm sure our glasses are dark.
So you were watching soccer.
Yeah. Everybody says, how'd you guys get started in soccer? And I'm like, well, I worked for the YMCA in Winchester, and part of the benefit package at the YMCA was if you worked there, you could sign your kids up. You got a free membership. The kids were able to do whatever lessons or whatever they wanted to do. That was part of the benefits package. So we signed the boys up for swim lessons. They spent the whole summer going to different swim lessons and never put their face in the water the whole time. Brandon and Michael. How they ever learned to swim, I don't know, but it was a frustrating summer. Then we signed them up for soccer that fall, and they were all excited. They're going to play soccer. What are they, like 3 and 4, 3 and 6 probably. And needless to say, they came to me and said, Sue, we don't have enough coaches. We need you to coach. And I'm like, I don't know anything about soccer. I can't coach a team. They're like, you're good with kids. You'll figure it out. And so, okay, you signed your kids up. So we were the white team. We had white shirts, and we started out real slow, but by the end of the year we were winning. We did real well. Then they played soccer for the Y for several years, and then we moved to Hartford City, and they were excited to have kids that had never had played soccer for quite a while, because they had just started their soccer league in Hartford City. So we moved there when Michael was in 3rd grade and Brandon was in 5th grade. Brianna was starting kindergarten, and Keegan was what? Just turned a year old, maybe 2 year olds tops. Played in Hartford City. Michael was an awesome soccer player. Could dribble, could pass, could have beautiful footwork.
He was one that could take a corner kick and score a goal. He would kick it so the ball would go in a circle and arch into the goal.
Bend it like Beckham is what he was doing. So Brandon was very good at soccer. He was known for working up and down the left side of the field. He could kick the ball with his left foot, and that was something that they needed a left side field player to do. So he was really good. Brianna was there. Brianna played for the yellow team. Remember that? Jim Earhart was her coach.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd say, okay, Brianna, you want to go in? And she's like, no, I want to sit on the bench and talk to everybody. So and especially if somebody had a boo-boo, she wanted to be right there and fix the boo-boo. And then Keegan was all about playing goalie. He wanted to be in the net. And you know, he always wanted to play a sport and do things that the other 3 kids hadn't done. And playing goalie was something that they weren't doing. So he was always good at playing goalie and keeping the ball out of the net. So Brandon made the high school team, played varsity as his freshman year. Michael played soccer for a little while, and then he was just so lightweight that the guys would just push him out of the way. And even though he could dribble and do things, he just wasn't old enough or heavy enough to hold his own. So he went to cross country and ran cross country his high school year. I showed up at cross country practice one time, and they met me at the. When they meet me at the car, that's always a problem. And I don't remember the coach's name, but he's like, Sue, the boys had tipped over a trash barrel, and Michael was walking on top of the trash barrel and slipped and fell and broke his wrist. So we ended up going to orthopedics and got a cast on his arm, and he was able to play soccer with his cast on his arm, do cross country. I think that was like 8th grade. So then Indianapolis had a team called the Twisters.
No, I don't think it was the Twisters. I forget what it was called.
So we found out about it when they were in their last season. When they closed the league down, we went to a
Because
couple
they
games.
had a yard sale with all their merchandise. I could get a nice jacket for $10.
Yeah, we unfortunately that team didn't last very long. But years later, was it been 5 or 6 years? We found out they started a new league called Indy 11, and we went to the first few games, and then we decided that we would get season tickets. So the last 5 years we've been season ticket holders for Indy 11. That's called date night. That's the only time I get to go out with your grandpa.
And I think we're not going to be allowed in the stadium until mid-July or the end of July
Because of COVID-19.
for the season. So we've been watching whatever we can of soccer. That's why we're watching K1 League on TV, the Korean soccer team, and they were sponsored by 2 different Hyundai dealerships. We thought the salesmen were going to be out playing ball, and it wasn't. It's all these nice, fit Korean people, and then there's a Palacios on their team. I said, hey, he's not Korean. That was interesting to watch.
Boy.
So we've been soccer fans ever since our kids were little.
So who's your team in the Premier League?
Who is my team on the Premier League?
Well, it's either Chelsea or Barcelona. Is Barcelona in the Premier?
I don't think so. No.
I don't know. We're learning. The
But
Bundesliga, we don't know.
Bundesliga. We don't know how
That's
to pronounce
the
the
German
names.
team. But I really like the Bear Aspirin team in the Bundesliga.
And of course, I like Barcelona because you can put your S in there, Barcelona.
The Spanish team.
And
But
then,
also Lionel Messi is on
Yeah.
that team, and he's.
but look
awesome.
out when the World Cup comes. We're glued to the TV. We are recording every possible game and keeping track of all the standings and stuff, and see the
playing?
players. You know, when
We didn't start doing that until 2010. Was the first time when Africa. They were in Africa. We started watching
the World Cup.
the World Cup then. So we've
That's
only
when-
seen a few of them.
That's when Shakira was singing, and now they have all these artists, Latin artists, singing promo songs for
At
like
the halftime.
Pitbull, Jennifer Lopez,
Shakira.
Shakira.
Some people from Brazil, I don't know who she was.
That was neat. So that's why we enjoy soccer, and of course we don't play it up here in Gaston. We got no kids.
I coached a team in Hartford City, and your grandpa helped, and they gave us an award for being the most fun coaches. They liked the playing. I think that was Keegan's team that we were coaching that team, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did. The yelling and screaming and stuff, and dealing with the soccer moms and the soccer parents and the soccer grandparents, that was a little stressful. But when you're yelling at your team to get your hands out of your pocket, get your hands out of your pocket, and then we talked to the mom after the game, says, why does he have his hands in his pocket? She goes, well, first of all, he doesn't have pockets in his pants.
He had tearaway pants on. He was playing with something else.
She was a little embarrassed. needless to say.
Yeah, he needs to wear some different pants.
So,
Andy
There-
was his name. I don't know.
Andy.
Redheaded boy.
Andy, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but we had to bring that up.
All right.